Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go back and check another vintage razor. This time I'm gonna take a look at Gillette flat bottom English Tech. This one is another razor from Aaron's collection. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description of the video so you can check out his Instagram account. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know that I mentioned, and I'll repeat again, but he's doing the best shave of the day outdoor photos that you can find out there. So yeah, make sure to check it out. And once again, thank you, Aaron. I know that I took a little break from checking the vintage tech razors from Aaron's collection that he left with me. But I just wanted to switch it up and check some soaps and some modern razors, or shave with some modern razors. I don't think that I checked any new razor. I didn't purchase any. But yeah, today this one will be interesting. So he picked this one up based on his notes that he left here with me from a flea market. And I think it was some, yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's some ridiculously cheap price that he paid for it. Only $5 Canadian, as I can see here in the note sheet, which is really, really cool. He didn't follow about any details regarding the age of the razor, but yeah, I'm trying to see if there is any marking or date code stamping that some of the vintage razors from Gillette have, but no, I just see the Gillette branding and the Made in England down here. Three-piece razor, of course, and there are quite a few differences compared to the techs that I tested before. It's a very short handle and also a thin one, so it's a little bit tiny even for my liking. I like short handles, and this one feels a little bit too short, but let's see. It's important how it feels during the shave and how the balance is. Oop, trying to roll here. The top cap and the base plate, and immediately we can see when we look at the base plate that there's some differences, and quite modern design over here for the alignment pins. They're long, pew-shaped, no longer connected through the middle, as you can see here, and the cutouts for them are also present on the base plate. So that's pretty cool, nice design, very different compared to the other techs that we tried. And over here on the corner you can still see these alignment tiny extrusions. Yeah, the focus is a bit slow today. That's pretty much it, and you can see from the natural wear that this is probably also brass under. Yep, pretty cool. Great condition for an old razor. I don't know what the year is, and it comes also with its original box over here. I'll leave a close-up photo so you can see the razor sitting there as Aaron gave it to me. And let's load the blade here. Once again, I'm going to use a feather blade. Not sure which use this one is, or is it a new one? I had them mixed up a little bit. I think that this might be the one that I used before, maybe third use. Here is the blade aligning well with the pins. Let's check the blade alignment. So with these razors, because the tolerances are not super tight, it's worth to double check. One side of the blade was sticking out a bit more than the other, so I just kind of like wiggle the top cap and the base plate while the blade is there, and I try to keep an eye on it while I tighten it, so the blade gets as even as possible on both sides. As you can see here, it's too reflective, but the autofocus is not too bad. Cool. And yeah, we have the side caps extruding a little bit as expected. Nothing surprising there. Time to prepare the face. Today I'm using HAGS Phantom Limb. Very nice, citrusy forward, perfect for the summer. Really, really good smell. Here you can see the scent notes. If you're curious, and I already have it lathered here. Extra hydrated lather. Look at how shiny it is. First pass with the fat bottom English Tech. The glide is smooth. I can immediately say that I prefer the comfort and the balance that the fat handle of the Gillette Techs provide. But this one is also not too bad. Very nice size for traveling as well. If you want to bring a more compact razor. With the feather blade, maybe a little bit more blade feel. Compared to the other techs. That I tried. I'm saying maybe because I'm not sure if I recall correctly, but that's how it feels. That was a great first pass, and let's prepare for the second one. I was thinking to do 2 passes, but that will be not fair. Not fair because I used all the other 3 techs on the same way, same blade, 3 pass shaves, so I'm gonna try to rush through this one. Because I have few appointments today. It's even more comfortable across the grain, which kind of like fortifies my opinion of the Gillette Techs, that they're mild with decent efficiency. Though if you have to use them for more than maybe 3 days of growth, the first pass will be a little bit kind of like challenging for the razor, I guess, in terms of performance wise. But after that, when you go for the second and the third pass, you're gonna absolutely be able to chase a close shave with these razors, and it won't be too aggressive and skin irritating. And time for the third pass. So far all the texts, they're not my favorite when it comes to detailing pass around the goatee. But that kind of like makes sense because the general design, despite some differences, is about the same for the top cap and the base plate. This one feels that it's with decent efficiency. And yeah, we're almost BBS, but I'm not gonna chase it. I think that it matches my favorite. I think that the one that I like the most so far is the 59 fat-handled Canadian, if I recall correctly, from what I tried. And this one is close to it. I think that if I had the fat handle over the fat handle the fat handle designed handle here, that was gonna be probably on par with the Canadian 59. And yeah, that design here, as I mentioned, with the peel cutouts on the base plates and the peel shapes on the top cap, it's pretty cool because you can see it in modern razors. And time to see what our friend the Alan Block will tell us about the shave. There's a little bit of tingling here under the jawline in the middle area. That's pretty normal for me. And there was one tiny spot here close to the nose. And that's pretty much it. Comfortable shave. The Gillette Techs, they just feel comfortable and yeah, very, very good for daily drivers. Even for beginners, I think that it all depends, of course, because people say that even the same models, same year, Gillette Techs, they have some variety because of the lack of precision manufacturing. They're not manufactured with CNC machines, so that kind of like makes sense. But so far, so good for vintage razors. These are excellent shavers even today. Of course, I'm gonna finish the shave with the matching splash, Phantom Limb. This one I ordered directly from HAGS website. In North America, I think that most of the offerings for their splashes are just the witch hazel based ones, and this one is also with witch hazel and alcohol, just to add a little bit of sting. Very nice. So, to summarize, it will be pretty much a repetition of what I already said. Another tech that we checked together. Thanks for joining me for this one. Excellent shaver, really, really comfortable, not aggressive at all, just mild, but yet efficient. Pair it with the feather blade. So far, this combination works. I was told to try it, and I'm not disappointed. So far, we checked a couple of Canadian-made techs, I think one American-made tech, or two. I don't remember. Is this our fifth one? Yeah, I need to check. I'm pretty sure that I have maybe two more techs to check and to show them to you. There, once again, from Aaron's collection. Thank you, Aaron. If you're watching, really appreciate it. It means a lot. I really enjoy going down in the kind of like time traveling experience, testing these vintage razors. It's a bummer that Gillette switched to cartridges, but hey, maybe one day they will be back and they will see what can be done and bring a modern twist to these razors. Who knows? Hopefully we'll be around to see that. Thanks for joining me for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.